Hello everyone, today I have great pleasure to introduce our new member Christina from Tokyo. Hi Christina, it's a great pleasure to have you in our community.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me for the interview.
First of all, I would like to ask you what is your passion for art, where it's coming from, and how you decided to become an artist?
Well, since I was young, I've been doing art and I've been like drawing. Like I was like surprisingly when I was in grade school, I always have high scores in art, although I wasn't pursuing it. It's just I can do it. So yeah, eventually I just like I'm into performing arts actually. So that's what I pursued eventually. But then during the whole years, even high school, college, I incorporate my art or my artistic side by drawing or like creating or designing something like the costume. So I would draw that or like the stage, what do you call it? The design. So I would always incorporate drawing, but I didn't pursue it. So when I came to Japan, a friend of mine asked me, it was kind of like awakening thing. He said that if you have one thing that you want to do the rest of your life and it could be my career, what would it be? And I realized, oh yeah, I've been doing art. I've been doing drawing and sketching and stuff like that. So I can do it like even when I'm old. so so after that, oh, like my job is like teaching English. I mean, for foreigners is very easy to get in anyway. So after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm still working. Should pursue it. So it was kind of awakening for me, just like that one question. So that's what happened now. So I pursue it professionally around 2016 or 17. And my inspiration with doing my paintings and art is before it's just like life experiences. So and I like it's very colorful because I felt like my character as well is a very lively and a very positive or optimistic person, and eventually life experiences, relationships with people like friends or family, and also the travel. Like eventually, I was into traveling, and it helps me to go places and inspire me to draw this and that. Gives me an idea about just even like color combinations and stuff like that. Meeting people. So yeah, basically like life experiences, people, traveling, and just expressing my emotions.
Many people who like art, they always have an idea that it's difficult to find the time to making art, but you made it. So how was that in your case?
Oh, it was hard. It was hard, and I think my passion keeps on growing. So eventually, like I still before I would do like a full time job. And I remember I would like try to be inspired from other artists as well, watching videos or Instagram or even just talking to people. And there's one thing like in common that if you're doing a full time job or you're a struggling artist, it's like at least take 1 hour per day to do something. So I would create something. It would take, like weeks because I'm doing full time and I don't have energy sometimes. But sometimes I would just draw for 1 hour, like maybe during between my jobs or when I go home. I'll just 1 hour, just 1 hour, and then eventually create something. So I started from that, and even like my days off, it's just like part of me. I would just bring a sketchbook, and eventually after doing the sketch or illustration, then if I have time, then I would create the whole painting. So that's why it's kind of slow when I started because I don't have much time and energy. Yeah, so that's the struggle.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And how you connect with your audience, or what your audience feeling and what they're sharing with you when
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Um, they find it very inspiring. Like where I remember I would just show, or it's just on my notebook because almost all my stuff is I like personalize it, and then it was like, oh my god, what is this you're drawing? And then yeah, and then they were like, it makes me happy. So basically, that's what they get from my painting. It makes them happy, or it brightens their day. It gives them like an energy or like a positive vibe. And I remember I would remember some people bought my paintings during my exhibition, or they just saw it somewhere, and then they would see me after a few weeks or after months, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I bought your painting," and I would put it right on my desk, or right when they, when you wake up, like the wall that you would see right away. She said, like, I put it there, and one even put it in the toilet. Yeah, just so like, so when she opens the door, it inspires her to just keep on moving. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, when I make my painting, I felt like that. So I guess it's transpired into my painting, and it just connect with the person that sees it, and it's just like connecting, because that's what I actually created, or like the energy that I put in that painting. So yeah.
Okay, and you are based in Japan, so how do you see the Japanese people or international people, expats who living here, see the art? Is there some different opinion, or they kind of have a similar opinion of your art?
Yeah, almost similar. It's just the foreigners are more like they embrace the vivid colors, or like,
Mhm.
it's very colorful. So the foreigners are more like embracing that. But with the Japanese, they're like they like it too, but it's just wow, it's just extreme reaction that it's too
Mhm.
colorful, or it's like it's not common in Japan, right? It's like usually like very minimalist, or if it's colorful, it's just like abstract. So, and it's very like specific or detailed with my paintings. So both, they really embrace it. It's just I have like extreme reaction from Japanese side.
Japanese side. I found you on the Instagram, so you are quite active on the Instagram. So how do you feel the technology impact artists and artwork? And do you think that will be the threat for the future because of AI, or you think it's actually a good place for inspire people to find like even something which is not created by humans?
I think it's really helpful, the social media, like with different areas. Like I reach
Mhm.
people just for them. Suddenly someone will follow me, and I would check their Instagram, like it's totally different. Like they have food, food like
Mhm.
photos. But I
Mhm.
guess and some like they eventually ask for my paintings. So I met people like as a client as well.
Mhm.
And I think as well for me as a user of social media, and as an artist using the social media, I can see that it's still a good platform to reach people, to either inspire them, or to what do you call, connect with other co-artists or creative people, or just know other artists too, or other style. So I learned also. So as an artist, I kind of a give and take, and I think you reach a lot of people, because it's
Mhm.
hard for me in Japan to enter the mainstream or the Japanese
Sure.
community. So
Sure.
yeah. So I guess yeah, and with AI, I think I'm not real familiar with AI, but they're saying that it's like a threat for the artist, but I don't think so.
How important is for you the community? Like you mentioned that it's not easy to get be like visible in front of the mainstream media here in Japan. But what kind of community you find that it support you? What does that mean for you to be part of community?
Yeah, so it's kind of hard with the Japanese side, unless like they're friends of my friends, or like same jobs or same area. So I kind of focus with the expats, or the foreigners.
Hmm.
So I met a lot of artists that are also foreigners. They're also struggling. So it's kind of nice to always collaborate with them. Like the exhibition that I will have is like 26 artists. So I've joined them. This is my third time joining that group. So it's
Hmm.
really nice, and then you reconnect with their network, and they also connect with my network. So it's really nice that it gets expand, or a chance
Building
to.
that community. Yes.
Yes. And then, you meet people that, because I do different things, and I would meet someone like, oh, they like this kind of art, and I do this too. Like I did fluid art classes also. So I get to meet people, and they introduce me. So another network, or another community, because of the workshops. Or if I do portraits, I would meet other people who likes portraits as well. So, and it's just like you meet new people, meeting their people, and you get to know other different kinds of artists, or different kinds of creative side of them. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what.
And what is your favorite artwork you created so far, and why?
Oh my, that's interesting. So really recently, it's making the like travel art in Japan.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I did it before. Like I told you, I did it a few years. I like traveling, so I would go and I would sketch, and it became like I think I made a book of it about it, like an art book. So I took a break for that for a while, and then this year I have a collection in mind. So recently, it's the travel art in Japan. So
Nice,
yes.
nice. And at the beginning of the interview, we mentioned that you are planning to organize some big event here in Tokyo. So can you share more about the event?
From this year, actually, I want to create more collection. So I felt like I want to do a collection, just like one specific like for this one, I just want to have a collection like this and do an exhibit. So I guess for me to reach also the Japanese community, I want to do more solo also art exhibition in around Tokyo or around Japan, to reach like the Japanese community or the Japanese people. And also I'm planning to do art exhibit because I'm from the Philippines actually. So I want to do there too, because I have many friends and family asking me like, when are you gonna do it? But pandemic happened, so I couldn't do it. And maybe some other countries, like because I have relatives or friends like in Hong Kong or Korea.
Last question is for the all people who are interested in art, who are maybe already artists or who are thinking to become. What will be your advice? How to proceed? Is it better to go and have some educational background, like official diploma, or they can also learn by themselves? So, what will be your advice?
I think my best advice, I guess, is to actually go to a school. I mean, it doesn't need to be like 4 year course, or like, at least even just 1 year course or a few months. Not necessarily, but it's not. It's actually good, I think, because I was told to do that. But I plan to go to Italy in 2020 to have like a short course, but pandemic happened, so it never happened. But anyway, I'm doing fine. But maybe eventually, if I have a chance, I would actually go. Like I want to learn oil painting as well. So I think just continuous learning and just exploring new ideas, new materials, new style, or new what do you call it, new theme. So I think going to school would be great, or doing some like short courses is good. And but always learning by yourself is actually the best thing to do,
Yeah.
because you know yourself. So you might go to school and eventually like, oh, this is not for me, or oh, like you just learn some stuff, but it's a long process of learning things. And even if
Sure.
you, as an artist, even if you get old, you just keep on learning and learning. So I guess it's nice to go to school, but always learn by yourself. Yes, and be open.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Christina, for sharing part of your experience. I'm super excited to also see some of your artwork here in Tokyo. I also
Yes.
invite all the people who like Christina's work to follow her on the Instagram. We will of course share links in the comments below. So please follow Christina on Instagram. And if you are in Japan, in Tokyo, and if you are maybe somewhere else, you want to invite Christina to visit your place, be free to do
Yes.
so. Christina, thank you so much. I'm very inspired with
Thank
your
you so
work.
much.
All the best in your plans for the near future. Thank you to be
Yes.
part of
Thank you
our
so
community.
much. Like, see you soon. Have a nice day.